asleep. I've got my mic on 100% sensitivity, and I can promise you that you are going to fall asleep by the end of this video. I think we have all had this moment when we are little. We would lie in our bed and we could hear our parents or relatives talking in another room or maybe in the same room, and we would fall asleep while they were talking. It was like a lullaby. I think it was because we had our family close to us and we felt safe because they were safe and they could protect us in our sleep. And today I'm just going to chit chat and make you feel safe until you fall asleep and maybe tingle a little. I also loved when my mom would caress me before sleep. She would play with my hair and she would massage my face. She would caress it like this. She has very, very soft hands and small, kind of like mine, and the touching was very, very pleasant, and I felt so loved and taken care of. And I know that unfortunately not all of us receive this kind of treatment in our childhood. This is why we end up in toxic relationships, or even we may end up toxic because we didn't receive the attention and we may be cherishing it. I also have a friend today, a very crinkly friend. My microphone is so sensitive right now that it could be too loud. So I'm just gonna crinkle it from afar. It is a kid's toy. It also makes another sound, just not very ASMR-ish. Yeah, no. I also forgot to mention, for those of you who know me, I got bangs yesterday on Halloween. I've been wanting to get bangs for so long, but I wasn't sure they were gonna suit me because I have wavy hair if I don't do anything to it. But I was like, when am I gonna try if not now? So I just found, well, it wasn't the first hairdresser because I searched for him a lot. The circumstances were definitely in my favor because I found one of the best in town, and the bangs turned out just like in my references. It's the second day and they're not really cooperating with me. Also, my hair looks like something from the 70s. Well, not 70s, but it's kind of vintage. We'll see how I manage them and if I actually like wearing bangs and having hair in my face all the time. If someone has bangs, please comment down below for how long, and is it actually hard to maintain bangs, and is it worth it? Is it worth the struggle? Because I have searched all of TikTok. There were a lot of videos videos saying this is your sign not to get bangs. But I did anyway, because I trusted the hairdresser. But don't do it yourself, don't do it in the bathroom if you have never tried it before. Even if you do want to try it, try with a bigger length. Don't cut it like in the photo from the beginning, just do it step by step, millimeter by millimeter. So the belly is the tingly part actually. I have also bought a very interesting book today. You're never gonna guess what it is. It's a witchcraft book. Why did I buy it? Well, there were many signs. I've always wanted to own a witchcraft book, even if I do not practice anything from this. Like, I have no idea. And I also want to do a role play. But wait, that wasn't even the final sign. When I saw the author is Anastasia, which is me, of course. Grey Wolf, Anastasia Grey Wolf. I'm not a grey wolf, but I like wolves and werewolves, so it kind of clicked. And tell me if you want to see a role play, because I'd really like to do one and to give you a demo version of the book. I'm going to read to you the introduction and the part how to use witchcraft. You can also check the contents of the book. You can pause the video and check it. I have already walked through a couple of chapters and I've read the introduction, and I was like, even if I wanted to do spells tonight, I don't have anything that is needed. How to use witchcraft. Welcome to the world of witchery. The powerful words inside this tome will allow you to effect great change through potions, spells, charms, magic rituals, and incantations. Use them to keep yourself safe, counteract evil, heal disease, find true love, charm animals, obtain great fortune, call upon a storm, speak to the dead, and much more, all through the power of witchcraft and magic. Time-honored knowledge about the powerful forces that guide our planet comes from all corners of it. So this grimoire combines guidance from many different cultures and religions. Not only does this facilitate you going beyond the realms of traditional American or even European witchery, it allows you to consult the spellbooks of the cultures best equipped to nature and animals are better handled by soothing Native American shamans chant. And while just about every culture has a spell or potion to cure a cough, if you're trying to cure drunkenness, it's best to consult the ancient Gaelic mystics before any others. They recommend procuring an egg from an owl or stork for the drinker's cup. In the succeeding pages, no differentiation is made between the magic known as black and white, because what might be considered evil or revengeful in one circumstance might be benevolent in another. Benevolent or benevolent, especially when viewed through the lens of partisan experience. However, spells have been separated roughly by purpose into the chapters you find herein. Witchcraft means many different things to many different people, but on the whole, it is the study of how to harness energies as well as unleash the power within. With the right tools and a little practice, the words in this tome will allow you to channel aspects of the spiritual world that are beyond the common man or woman to even understand. If you are new to the world of witchcraft, begin with the rest of this introduction, which will instruct you on the proper instruments to practice your craft, as well as how to form a circle with other members of your coven to increase your magical reach. I need a coven. For those non-believers who may have found their way to these pages through ASMR, of course, before the advent of modern science and medicine, many of the potions and spells in this very book were originally published alongside such practical information as how to prevent an ear infection with alcohol, know what the weather will be based on the wind, and clouds, or keep insects away from livestock with vinegar. At the time, all of it was magic. Now we know that alcohol kills the bacteria that cause ear infections. We can reliably predict the weather within a few degrees usually, and the acetic acid in vinegar is one of the major components of commercial pesticides. It is so strange to believe that the accompanying remedies to grow hair, keep fire away, or even regain a lost love might also be based on provable science, but we just haven't discovered it yet. Thoughts before sleep. In this age, what are our remedies for questions that have no answers? Even if you don't believe it is possible to curse an enemy using a mirror, are you not curious as to what a magician would recite at the moment of danger? If a witch has found a mystical avenue to commute with animals, is there not a part of you that wants to know what she does to harness this power? Well, actually no. Well, at least not regarding animals. This belief is the crux of the effectiveness of witchcraft and magic in general. Your power can only match your convictions. As Charles Godfrey Leland, a pioneering researcher into the art of witchcraft, divulged about revenge spells, the success of such charms depends chiefly on the seriousness of earnestness with which they are pronounced when the witch utters them for herself or for another. She does it with an air of terrible vindictiveness, such as would cause anyone to shudder. Because of this, it's best to try to memorize any words herein before reciting them, so that they can be said with the utmost credence. Likewise, anyone who is in your presence while reciting the spell must also believe in the efficacy of the pronounced words. Stay calm and without malice. And if you're so inclined, keep an eye on mystical midnight moonbeams if you want to catch a glimpse of the magical doings of my crafty conspirators. The Moonbeam Coven. I could hear people outside. That was actually creepy. Anastasia Grey Wolf. So that's it, guys, for the book and for tonight's video. Are you still here? You should be sleeping by now. But if you're not, a little bit more tapping and scratching. But I mean, this book is beautiful. The cover is beautiful. Just to have it in the house. I haven't read what you need for the spells, actually. That is the craziest part. You have to pick a magical wand at sunrise, and you have to cut it with a magical knife, which you need to get from somewhere or to make yourself with some spells again. But you need to cut a branch of the tree that you have seen the day before, so that means you must find a desired branch of tree and come the next day. I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. Has got a part with colors, explaining colors in the section list of symbols and omens. And what I liked about the colors is that when it came to violet, which is similar to indigo, just indigo waffles, violet, the amethyst, signifies love and truth, or passion and suffering. It can be used to amplify other energies or increase magical power. And you know what's interesting? The color of the highest chakra is also violet or indigo. And I think there is a connection. And I believe that daily we are being affected by the symbols, numbers, colors, smells that are around us. And I've noticed myself that I perceive people based on the colors they're wearing on a certain day, as well as I perceive myself differently depending on the colors I'm choosing. And I've noticed that on the days that I feel like down and depressed, I will eventually go for darker colors, or like washed away, pale, you know what I'm saying? And when I see myself wearing these colors, it gets me even more depressed. And people perceive this energy not only through the way you express yourself, but through the way you dress. So it's not only about the shape of the clothes you're wearing, it's about the colors you're choosing. Every day is a conscious decision, or maybe unconscious most of the time. And by those unconscious decisions, you can actually tell so much about a person. For example, why am I wearing a kitty t-shirt today? I guess I am wearing it to show that I am in a playful, calm, joyful mood, so that you can resonate with that as well, because I want you to